right into it. If that is cool with you guys, I'm super excited to chat with you, not only because I have been listening to Smackables like 24/7 since it came out last month, but also because you guys have been super upfront about the fact that this project means a lot to you. This is the new era of Pretty Much. What can we expect to see out of the new era, or I guess, what should we expect to hear out of the new era?
Facts. I think this is like our first real creative, like artistic, like hands-on, most like everything. All the ideas are starting with us, and so we're writing, we're producing, we're writing the video treatments, we're doing all this stuff on our own, and that's the biggest difference I think in this new era. But because of that, I think our sound is going to be a lot more like a little bit more left field, a little bit more abstract, a little bit more like taking risks. And I think, yeah, we have these first couple ones that are kind of still a little bit familiar, still like Stars still feels like it's in the world of like the things we've done. But some of the things we're making our way towards is a little bit crazier and a little bit out of this world.
Ooh, I like the pun there, right? Like we're talking about Stars, it's out of this world. Good one.
Yeah.
You guys writing a poetry book over there too? I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, it's exciting to hear what you guys have in store, what you've been working on, and then also what we can hope to kind of see a continuation of kind of moving forward here, especially because this one has been a long time coming. Like fans are so ready for it. They're so excited about it now that the EP is here, especially because for a while there, like for a couple of months last year, there was a pretty much sized hole in a lot of people's lives. You guys went pretty quiet from June to December, and then obviously returned with this huge announcement, new label, new music, new everything. What did you do during that time to really grow and evolve as artists offline and really prepare yourselves for what I'm sure will be like a catalyst year here in 2021?
Yeah, we really took the time to try to reassess kind of how we felt as a group. Granted, we've been together for it's about to be 5 years now. So and we were 16, 15, 17 all together, and like growing up together, you learn, you change together, you learn more about each other, and you kind of forget to ask each other questions and sit down and actually reflect on how the last 4 years have gone, and how everyone's been changing, because everyone changed at their own rate. So we really use this year to kind of like come back together and reassess how we all feel about the music, about the where we see ourselves, in order to now make better music, or music that reflects how we feel now versus trying to just keep moving forward and looking forward, and also to enjoy what we've accomplished thus far, so that we can then set new goals for the future. So I feel like it was definitely a weird one, but now moving forward, I feel like we're stronger and better than ever.
For sure. And so what are kind of, I mean, you mentioned being able to appreciate all that you have accomplished over the past 4.5 years. Are there any like highlights that really stand out when you guys are kind of reflecting on that period? What's like the biggest thing that you're like, wow, that was a pinch me moment. I can't believe the 5 of us pulled that off.
Oh, dude. I mean, Japan was like, the fact that we went to Japan and like his festival in Japan, like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I remember
Japan was crazy.
I can't wait to go back to Japan.
I was gonna say one of the funniest experiences I remember being like, I was like, I know at least for me, I was dreading it going into it. We were like, a couple of us were sick on tour, and it was in Atlanta, and I was godly sick. Like I couldn't take pictures with fans. Like it was really bad. Everyone was upset about it, and I remember running off. Like the show was over, and I go off stage, and I was like, someone get me water, and I want to go to bed right now. But like, pull it, just my effort I had to do that night to perform.
Yeah. There's always some rough times. I remember one time on tour, not the most recent one, but I twisted my ankle mid-show.
Yeah,
I had to do the rest of the show. Just I was like just trying to add it to my like swag, my limp. But
did they notice? Like, was the crowd like, oh
noticed.
no, Brandon? Or were they just like, let's do this?
I was like, no, let's do this. And then, I had to do the rest of the tour with my ankle twisted. But, yeah, it was crazy.
Going on tour with Khalid was pretty crazy because we did a lot of arenas. So we kind of got to feel what that feels like.
Yeah.
And also to be able to like pat ourselves on the back and go, hey, we killed that. Like we actually performed for
Like,
14,000 people
good.
and people enjoyed it and fucked with it. So I was like, I'm happy, just that I'm confident in ourselves, and it built that confidence too.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's honestly insane even that we're talking about like 2021, right? Because when you guys came together, like you said, it was 2016. You were entirely different people. The world was an entirely different place back then. And you all come from such different places. Like, geographically, obviously, we've got Canada, we've got North Carolina, New Jersey, like you're all over, but also just from where you were at the time. Some of you were pursuing dance, some were leaning more into social media, some were like hardcore in the music scene, and now you guys are here. You're such a unit, and you're stronger than ever. Like you said, like 2021, here we go. But like, do you see yourselves together 20 years from now? Is that one of these ultimate goals, to just like be old, your ankles aren't even sprained, but you're just like hobbling around dancing on stage together? Like, is that something you guys have in the future, or is it more just like, hey, like we're gonna take this wherever it goes?
I feel like it's kind of, we'll take this wherever it goes.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna take it wherever it goes. You know, if we're still kicking and people want to hear pretty much in 20 years, you know, we'll definitely have something to put on the table, no doubt.
Yeah, but it's not black or white either. Like, I think that's the problem with the media too, and how they paint that picture for other groups.
Yeah.
Is that like they kind of force the groups to break up or to be together. Where it's like it doesn't have to be black and white. Like, maybe today I feel like doing my own thing, and then tomorrow I feel like coming back to the boys. At the end of the day, it's like we love each other, and we've been with each other for so long that it's like that core isn't going to change regardless. It's just a matter of what we do with it, whether it's a movie now or it's an album or a tour or whatever the case may be. We're just going where the wind blows.
Yeah, I don't ever think it'll be like a breakup moment. You know, I think that it'll really just we talk about just always supporting each other and the things that we want to do. So when eventually, you know, when we feel open to it, you know, exploring other options and always, you know, having pretty much as like, you know, a unit, like you said. Yeah.
For sure. It's like, whether you're actively making music together and performing together, you're still pretty much. Like, you could be doing solo music, you can be in movies, you can be running for politics. I don't know if any of you guys are running for office anytime soon, like, but like, you're still pretty much at the end of the day. I love that mindset. And I want to talk about the EP a little bit, right? Because I said a second ago that I absolutely love it. I think it's just like so different from anything you guys have done before, because it does just feel so authentic and uniquely true to who you are as a group. How was the creative process different this time around? I know you said that like from start to finish, this was all you for you, maybe the first time ever. Brendan, did you literally produce this EP from the bathtub? Like, is that true? I need to know what's going on with the bathtub.
No, the bathtub was for a Cosmopolitan video we did, like shower, but we didn't all fit in the shower, so I had a bathtub, and you know we set it up with keyboard and stuff. But basically, I wish I played it all in the bathtub later on, but no, we basically all the songs kind of came together in a different way. But what's nice about this process, is that. Yeah, it's just like you said, you know, it came all from us, and there were ideas that we had just kind of sitting around in our new label, our new team. Like, kind of the difference now is that we've been making this kind of music and this style of stuff that you're about to start hearing in our next phase of music. Phase is another pun. But
phases.
Yeah, we've been basically doing it. The only difference is that now there's like an executive team of people who kind of like are looking at it and seeing the value, and they're like, wow, this is like, you guys really have something going on here. We just need to start finishing, because that's the thing, is we have all these like half-started ideas, and then we just need to finish them. So literally that's what we're working on now, like the stuff that we're working on to come after this EP, and after that, it's all already in the works. But yeah, I think the biggest difference is just the fact that we can make all of this from our house. Like, you know, a lot of the other ones we would go to studios and with, you know, really famous writers and all this really cool stuff. Great experience, and definitely great for us to learn. But now we're like able to do it in our house. We have 3 studios, you know, in our house, and I think it just makes it more fun. It's more casual. It's more loose. It's a little bit like easygoing, and yeah, you know, when you're under less pressure and under like no stress, it's the easiest to just create.
Yeah, it just allows everything to flow.
Yeah.
So I have to say, I saw y'all live during the FOMO tour, like back in 2019, which sounds forever ago, but like it genuinely feels like yesterday because time has stopped moving. And I was in the press pit, like between where the audience starts and the stage starts, so like front row seats, basically, right? Because I was working. And I go to a lot of concerts for work. Basically